Hey, so it's been a while since I did one of these blogs, and unfortunately, I moved between last time I did one and now, and it's kind of annoying because I lost the power connector for my camera, and so I'm using the built-in camera on my computer, and there are a bunch of problems with it, including that it gets out of sync, so I guess I'm gonna have to have little short like bursts of me talking. Um, but anyway, I guess I wanted to do a blog because I'm starting up a company with my mom, and I kind of want to document it, um, from the beginning, or well, I guess it's like a month in now, but like from near the beginning to hopefully a spectacular success. Um, and if not, well, I guess it'll still be interesting, right? Um, but yeah, this is so jarring having to like split all this up. But um, yeah, anyway, it's been like a weird past few months for me actually, because I guess I did a lot of introspection. I quit my job. That was kind of, well, it was kind of sudden, but I guess my parents were supportive, as is obvious by my starting a company with my mom. It's been a little weird though, because I was initially going to kind of start a company with some of my friends and now roommates. Um, and frankly, I started a company up with my mom because my parents had money and my friends did not, and I would have had to have gone and we would have to have done some venture capital stuff, which I really kind of didn't want to do. Um, I, on top of like, well, I guess the economy is bad anyway, so maybe we couldn't even have gotten any right now. But like, on top of that, I just kind of feel like honestly people don't really take me seriously. A lot of times people say, "Oh, like you don't look like a computer programmer. You don't look like a nerdy kind of girl." And I think that, well, maybe I look like a nerdy girl, but I think that there aren't very many computer programmers so who are girls. And I think that honestly, like the people who I would have gone into it with, like my male friends, would have kind of. I think that their ideas would have gotten more like precedence in mine. And I mean, they were kind of annoyed when I just said this to them, but because they said, "Oh, of course we respect you and we would take your ideas seriously." But I just didn't like the idea of going to a third person, um, and my parents were nice enough, and my parents take me seriously, right? And so I figured I'd go with them, and I hope I have no hard feelings. I guess there were a few other things that kind of influenced my decision too, but um, you know, I hope they're not. I mean, I don't. We still live together and we still get along. So, but there was some kind of hard feelings about that. I mean, one of the things I guess I am kind of aware of is how few female startups and stuff there are, and I've had this thought before. I was thinking at some point about going to film school. And one of the things I just thought to myself is I don't want to go to one of these Hollywood film schools because, they just produce like these male directors, like disproportionately like big Hollywood movies are done by male directors, and I think it's not for a lack of female interest and talent as much as it is people just think that women aren't going to be as good at stuff as guys. And the thing is I'm guilty of this myself. I remember that I remember I was getting my computer fixed at the Mac store, and this like cute little girl came out and was like, "Oh, here, let me help you with that." And I was like, "Oh, right, like she's going to be able to fix my computer." But actually, she did. She did a great job, and they had a really fast turnaround time. She diagnosed the problem correctly, really quickly. And I was like, "Oh, well, that's great." But then I remember I went back and I got some nerdy looking guy, and I was like, "Ah, this guy is really going to know his stuff." It was a different problem, and he just, he misdiagnosed it twice. I had to go back in, and they charged me for something that should have been under warranty, and it was a huge mess. And in the end, is the nerdy guy didn't actually know any more than like the cute girl. But I can see why people kind of think that, and on some level, I just kind of expect people to assume that of me too. Oh man. Anyway, this whole camera thing is just driving me nuts right now. But hopefully this will become kind of regular, and hopefully I will somehow find my power adapter and actually be able to do like real ones. But yeah, and then I will keep making notes as my mom's business develops, and hopefully it will all be about how incredibly well everything's going. All right.